and welcome back to the Perth to Paisley Podcast, episode number 219, where Hearts just keep winning games in times where people might think they might slip up, particularly in biblical stormy conditions. We just don't. So to discuss all of that, as ever, I am Daniel McIver, and I am joined by Adam Kennedy. Adam, is it a rule that we are only allowed to play Falkirk away when it's a monsoon?
Yeah. And on a Saturday night, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was there
Yeah.
in that
Well,
Scottish Cup tie.
so was I, the Sean Clare pen.
Yeah,
Jesus. That is the wettest I've ever been at any game, can I just
it's
say.
it's
That was
insane.
ridiculous. I don't know
Yeah,
what I don't is it because they don't have that other stand? Is that what it
maybe.
is? It must be.
Yeah,
Because I can't recall anything quite like that. Yeah, good. Managed to avoid, you know, banana skins on route to the podcast, just as Hearts did at the weekend. So yeah, all's well in the world. This is great winning games, isn't it? It's good fun. Like
what
this time
novelty.
last year, we were so depressed, and rightly so,
Yeah.
because they were absolutely dog shit. But now, like, yeah, the space of a year, our fortunes have completely transformed, and long may that continue heading
Yeah.
into the new year in a couple of weeks.
It's so weird. Because, yeah, if you go back to listening to our episodes from a calendar year ago, I mean, it probably was just us greeting into the mics for an hour and a half each week.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's just not look back. I don't know
Yeah,
what I
it's
was going to say there.
terrible.
Let's just not bother looking back.
Forget it. Never go
It's
back because now we're
no.
just great all the time and I absolutely love it. And what I loved was a lot of the results this weekend in the Scottish top flight.
As a keen looker at results elsewhere, this was a decent enough weekend for you,
There was
ish.
indeed. Ish, we didn't speak about the other one. It's like that's fine. I can take listen, in a weekend where Hearts win, I win 200 quid of the bookies. I don't mind a
Nice.
Newcastle loss in a derby. That's
Oh,
fine.
tell you what, I worked that game on Sunday. What is he up to with that header? I
I
don't
think
know.
it's funny. I'm now at a stage where I did not think it was funny at the time, but I now can look back at it and go, it's such a good header that it almost is deliberate.
It's nice to see Sunderland stay in the Premier League, though, isn't it? Like that should be them safe.
Yeah, I want them to stay up
Yeah.
so it can keep happening.
I mean, 8 years ago today, I see they ended a wait for a home win that was like 364 days long. Like, just puts things into perspective.
Wild. Absolutely wild. And there was a particularly wild result in Scottish football at the weekend. And
It
yes,
was.
it was that Dundee did not win, despite being 2-0 up with 20 minutes left against fellow relegation contenders Livingston, because that game finished 2 each. The
Great
only
sending off from former Heartsman Ryan McGowan, it must be said. That is the
insane.
the definition of taking one for the team. Like
Yeah,
Gowser deep down will be delighted with that, I'm sure. And he might
absolutely.
get some time off closer to Christmas, so there's always,
True, 100%.
the chance
So
to
you can
go
come
out
to
to
the
the
derby.
designer outlets. Well, the designer outlet and do a bit of shopping, and then
Aye,
yeah, possibly I don't know, be in the Sky Studio Sunday.
some
Maybe.
laugh. The only other 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday was Motherwell's the best result Motherwell know how to do, 0-0, because that is just what they are perfect at right now against Dundee United, who have kind of stopped the rot. That's a good result against a high flying team. We were obviously the other Saturday game, which we'll get to. Aberdeen left it late, but continued this insane turnaround of form
Really
against
annoying.
Killie, which signalled the end of Stuart Kettlewell's tenure in charge of the Ayrshire club. And then last night, as we record this, I hate Ken what, right? Ken what's worse than Hibernian Football Club generally is when we
Rangers
need
winning.
Hibernian Football Club to do something. Because a draw would have been lovely here, but
I
no,
quite
the
fancied a
only
draw as
team,
well. I
the
know.
only team that has been unable to score against this Rangers side this season came to Ibrox as David Gray's Hebs lost 1-0. The Rangers. Let's speak about the league results first before we get into
Nice.
another one. What did you make of all the games in the top flight?
In terms of the Saturday, I fancied Motherwell to go and win at Tannadice because
Mhm.
I'm not overly sold on Dundee United. And as everybody knows, Motherwell are the greatest team in Britain, Europe, the world.
Yeah,
Um, Livingston, I thought would actually beat Dundee, if I'm honest. I,
wow.
I, 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 I just think that. Livy were in that desperate need of a result, and I think at Dens in the reverse fixture they were kind of robbed really with a late pen, if my memory serves me. And they lost 3-2. But now a two each draw, having come from what 2-0 down, as you say,
Yep.
MacIver. What were they 2-0 down in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
So nice to see Jan Danda on the score sheet.
Yeah, true.
Doing
His
something
first goal in December.
for the Dark Blues, as opposed to us. But yeah, I thought kind of Livy were out for revenge, and I don't know, like it had to stop at some stage.
Yeah.
Like I know that Kelly have now given Stuart Kettlewell the bullet, but I just can't see Livingston doing that with
Aye.
Davy Martindale. Can you?
No,
Is
I,
he
ju-
is
I
he just
just don't.
completely untouchable there?
I don't know because I saw there was a tweet that was like, it doesn't matter though because he just will never leave. Kind of implying that Livingston fans are getting a wee bit
Yeah.
sick of him, but it just feels like one of those situations where it's like, yeah, David Martindale is the manager of Livingston Football Club from now until we all die.
Like I can't imagine I can't imagine them being under anybody else's guidance at all.
Yeah, it's
And even
insane.
then, it's like who would the runners and riders be? Because I've seen the list for the Kelly job, and Jesus, that makes for grim reading. If the bookies odds are anything to go by, they traditionally aren't.
Yeah,
Obviously, we then win Saturday night. Fantastic. Speak more about that. Um, Aberdeen, you just knew would beat Killie by a goal. I
yeah.
fancied a shitty 1-0 because I didn't see Kilmarnock score. It's when they took the lead at Pittodrie. I was
It's
thinking,
like,
oh,
what?
this is great. But a quick turnaround for the Dons, obviously, put a stop to that. Aberdeen, how can Aberdeen be as high up the league table as they are? It's genuinely insane. I had a look at it the other day, and I'm pretty sure they're tied on points with Hibs.
I think so.
And they've got a game in hand on Hibs. I'm just looking at it here. And they're
Yeah,
3 points off Motherwell, who's the greatest team in Britain, Europe, and the world, like I say. But, like, they could move level on points to them should they win that game in hand. Like,
yeah.
how has that possibly happened? And in Europe, they've
Because,
been dog shit.
yeah, I just think the league's really competitive out with, for like the middle 10 teams. Could you say a middle 10? Um,
I think there's going to be 4 teams that will be kind of pulling. Well, no, 3 away at the bottom.
yeah,
I don't think our weekend opponents will be involved in that. So then you've got 3, and then what, like 6, kind of from what's that? Ninth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 is actually 7. 1, 2. No, it is 6, and
yeah,
then the top 3, yeah, but top 3, bottom 3, and that middle 6, you
aye.
think is just going to be chaos and overloaded.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I can totally see Aberdeen going on another run where they don't win a game for 6 weeks, whilst another team out of nowhere goes in a similar run the opposite way, but then they kind of just
I don't know. They're soon
counter
going to be out of
each
Europe.
other.
Like they've only got one European fixture left. They're away to
Yeah,
Sparta Prague on Thursday night, and then that's them as good as I mean they're done with Europe
yeah, they've
because
done
we
it
know
anyway.
that they're well out. But I don't know, man. Like I've kind of been sleeping on them. Put it this way: I'd love for them to go on a horrific run, just like the
Yeah,
tail end of last season, yet again. Um, and Rangers Hibs is just so annoying. Because, as you say, the one time that we're looking for Hibs to do something, they just don't. And Rangers, again, are another that are like creeping ever so
yeah,
slightly. It's a bit. I think everybody overlooks the fact that Rangers have only lost one game, which to me
yeah,
is insane
yeah.
because of like the sheer meltdown that is happening in Govan and other districts of Glasgow. However, they might not be the biggest meltdowns
Well,
in districts of Glasgow.
absolutely not, because on the Sunday, to literally everyone's surprise, St Mirren not only defeated Celtic in the League Cup final, it wasn't a situation like Aberdeen in May where it was kind of like they nick a goal, you take it
Match
extra
the
time,
wall.
get through, get your penalties. No, no. St Mirren ran out comfortable 3-1 victors on the night. A just insane situation. It's the first time they've lost back-to-back finals in their history that didn't involve Rangers. I saw
Wow, I
that
didn't know
stat.
that. That's a
Um,
corker. I didn't see that.
Wilfred Nancy became the first Celtic manager ever to lose his first 2 games, and now he's
I
just
saw that.
extended that.
Us and Roma, it's like fucking hell.
He
Like
should be us, though. He should be us.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
away
Roma's
to
a separate point.
Roma's a bit harsh.
Well,
but
okay, even domestically, us and St Mirren to get beat off both of them.
Yeah. One of which in a cup final and the other on top of the table clash. Yeah.
It seems to be an utter meltdown. Like,
it's great, isn't it?
Genuinely,
it's
right?
So good.
He's obviously not going to get sacked. But I think about like 70% of the fan base want him sacked. Now he's been there 9 days.
I don't know, I honestly think this will be released on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Celtic's going to away to Dundee United at Tannadice.
They're going to win that. They're going to win that game.
I think they will. But if they don't, we could be watching on with intrigue. I think Thursday
the board
morning
would accept looking that embarrassed, though. I don't think he'll get sacked because he doesn't deserve it. I mean, I don't think he'll get sacked because the board, it would show up the board even more.
Possibly, but then I also think Celtic will look at it and think that Rangers atoned for their error when they appointed Russell Martin. I don't know. I think I think there'll be a genuine panic because Celtic have about 45 wingers on the books, and this geezer does not play with.
He doesn't play any
at all, and if he does, they're at wing back or up front. So to me, it's just a kind of naivety and not even necessarily doing your homework prior to taking the job. There's a lot of growing anger. I honestly think that if they don't win against Dundee United, I think they might well be not forced into pulling the trigger. That's harsh. But
what a mad situation though!
Tempted.
That 4 games in 10 days, basically, it's like you're sacked. Because then, who do they appoint? You're saying Killy. Who do they appoint?
I thought about this, and I was chatting to kind of Celtic supporting mates, and they say that the Club Bruges managers just lost their job, and that was the talk.
The boy that Rangers might have got or something like that, or Celtic would have maybe got before they got Nancy.
I think so. So now it's like, okay, that could be an option, but I don't know. Ultimately, I hope that they. It's bizarre that I hope that they win, just to kind of then paper over
keep it going, like kicking the can down the road, kind of thing.
Exactly. I said as much kind of with regards to Jimmy Tilleen and Aberdeen, and those two play one another on Sunday. So if they can beat Dundee United and then get held at home by Aberdeen, I'm happy.
Yeah, that is very fair. However, all of this caveated to make our game against Falkirk really important.
I don't know why we bother about the other teams, because we're just, the Gorgie Juggernaut has left the station, baby. Either hop on or get out the way.
So, obviously, we have been in a situation this season where we have come off the back of beating Celtic. It has been the one blip of the season. It did not go well.
I thought about it like that. Yeah,
it did not go well. So, all eyes were on the Falkirk Stadium. The game's on TV, so it kind of there's more people watching Hearts games than normal.
Story, I tell you what, you can basically just patch all the away trips anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm disappointed because obviously I want to go away.
Yeah.
And I haven't been as frequently home and away, and now it just feels like you're locked out because of the loyalty points, which is fair enough. I'm not kind of going against the system. It is what it is. But it doesn't really matter because we're on the box just about every week these days.
Exactly. This is just the reality of being a big team. This is what happened. I saw it was something like Man United haven't had a 3 p.m. Saturday fixture yet this season. Or they've had 2.
Wow.
It's something wild. And it's just the reality of being a big team in a league where they just want to put you on the TV all the time. And that is now us.
Hearts and Manchester United comparisons is not what I expected 15 minutes into the podcast.
To be honest, we're better than them right now. We're the proper team flying. But my point was, as a result, everybody was looking at this game going, well, that's a banana peel. Away at a team who have been better than a lot of people, except me, predicted in awful conditions, who, yes, are just off the back of a pretty heavy defeat, but that can create its own issues, looking to bounce back and all that kind of
Having lost on our last
drama.
trip there.
Exactly. What followed was like as routine, with the exception of one incident, 3 points as possible. And listening to the Terrace review, it was interesting to hear Tony Anderson say that he expected this to be the start of the blip we had the last time we beat Celtic, and that this was the first time he, as a Hibs fan, is starting to entertain the idea of an actual title race, which is just mad. So,
I love Tony, but I really hope that he's not happy come the end of the season.
Yeah,
because he actually does seem like a genuinely good guy, particularly when you watch him on the telly. But I hope he's gone into hiding come the summer.
Exactly, 100%. So all eyes were on Derek McInnes and the team, and he went unchanged. So the same starting 11 that beat Celtic at Parkhead, travelled to Falkirk Stadium. Nah, not at all. So that meant Hearts lined up in a 4-3-3 formation with Alexander Schwolo in goals, left back of Harry Milne, two centre halves of Stuart Findlay and Craig Halkett, Michael Steinvender at right back, midfield three of Cammy Devlin, Oisin McEntee and Thomas Magnuson, and then Claudio Braga on the left, Alexandros Kitteridis on the right, and Lawrence Shanklin through the middle. The only slight change seemed to be, now obviously a caveat to this is I was on my Christmas night out, so didn't see any of this live. By looking at Hearts standard and watching the game back and stuff like that, it was a slight formation tweak to the Celtic game, where in the Celtic game we played with two number 8s and Magnuson more advanced, whereas here Devlin was like a 6 with McEntee and Magnuson flat. But what did you make of the team when you saw it?
Yeah, like I say, sorry for interrupting you before.
No, you're fine.
I'm not surprised that we go unchanged here. It's kind of nice to see that Derek McInnes has rewarded players that have carried out a game plan earlier on in the campaign, and ultimately that theme is kind of continuing here, albeit with a different formation, a different kind of couple of personnel and what have you. I don't know if there would be the temptation to go again come the weekend. Am I right in saying Harry Milne's suspended this weekend?
Yes, Harry Milne. So
yeah,
so one change will have to come in. Yeah.
So he's going to have to make an enforced change. But given what's transpired in the game, I think it's fairly obvious what that change will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was more than happy. You say that you were on your Christmas do. I was also on a Christmas do of sorts. I was out with kind of dad's pals and my mum and my sister and whoever else. So we had a really good day session. But did manage to catch most of the game.
Great. The most equipped Hearts podcast in the world to speak about this game.
I mean, really, this was a good one to kind of miss.
Aye. Yeah.
We didn't miss it as such. I was watching it, but there was, like, as I'm moving on to my 10th Guinness, there wasn't a heck of a lot to kind of watch and remember. There's three, as I said to you before we came on, there's 3 key incidents in this, 2 of which are goals. And anything else that you want to speak about, I'm more than happy to oblige and try and jog my, albeit drunken memory.
Yeah.
But in terms of the team, yeah, no qualms from me. It was just a case of, can we go out and just get the job done, really? I think it's easy now saying this in hindsight and kind of with everybody's comments post-match, but this was, you said it was routine. I don't think it was commanding and overly convincing. I just think it was a professional performance, a job well done, and kind of the epitome of 3 points and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it could not have started any better. Mr. Brilliant. Fast Start Adam Kennedy, you got your wish here.
Away from home.
Yeah.
Like, this is how you know it's a great season. I usually just crave it at Tynecastle, but just rock up there to the plastic pitch and do it to another newly promoted team. Like, get that right round you. Bosh.
Early pressure from Hearts immediately means that we win it high up in the Falkirk half. Magnuson and Steinvender kind of link up, get it to Kitteridis, who plays it to Shanklin. Shanklin shoots from just outside the box with his weak foot, and it is some hit. does
Yeah, he's
really,
right.
really well to kind of get over it so it stays flat. His shot is tipped onto the bar by Scott Bain. However, Claudio Braga scores almost an identical goal he did in Paisley, but this time in
Yeah.
Falkirk, when he just does what a good striker does and gambles, rushes in and heads it past Scott Bain within 90 seconds. 2 points on this that I want to get your thoughts on. The first one, how good is it to just get a fast start? I know you say it all the time, but it just immediately felt like, oh, we're going to be fine.
Oh, without a doubt. Like that was just the ultimate kind of nerve settler, I guess. And it's actually quite nice build up. I know kind of
Yeah.
Magnuson hooks it into an unwanted area initially. But in terms of kind of short, intricate passes around the box and then Shanklin just having a pop, it was right on my street actually, because again, like pops from range.
Yeah.
I think it's one that Scott Bain could do better with, but obviously I'm talking from a Hearts
Well,
perspective, so
that
I'm
was my
glad that he
second
palmed it up
question,
onto the bar.
actually,
Go
because
on.
that was the immediate watching the Sky coverage. Gary Locke, who, by the way, so funny, Gary Locke was doing punditry because
What a hero.
like he sat beside McFadden and Boyd, and I think it was the real eye opener, if it hadn't already, to the level of professionalism that McFadden and Boyd and the other pundits maintain. Because even when Boyd is speaking about Rangers, Sutton speaking about Celtic, McFadden speaking about Motherwell, Gowser's literally playing for Livingston.
He's in
There's
more clubs than
still
Tiger Woods.
yeah,
Gouza.
there's still the element of like objectivity. I know some people will hear that and speaking about Boyd and Sutton, but what I mean is they often won't refer to the clubs in the first person and stuff like that. Having Gary Locke on was so funny to just see him. It's like, right, Gary, can you talk us through that first goal? And you hear McFadden be like, "Oh, listen, well, the movement's really, really nice in the build up," and you see that the forwards, Shanko, he does what he does. He comes in through the build up and he hits it, and it's like, "Listen, Scott Bain could maybe do a wee bit better, but you move." And then you just hear Gary Locke go like, "Oh, Shaq's his class for us. Like he just hits it really hard, and Braga, that's what he does." And it's like us talking about it, but paid by Sky. I love him so much.
He's got the best job ever, Gary Locke. Like
I'm so jealous of him,
I'm
man.
amazed that Sky could even kind of take him away from his ambassadorial role at
Yeah.
Hearts. But if you could balance the two, like you just would. Like
Oh, it's just
what a
ridiculous.
hero.
But
What
that's
a
what I was
man.
going to say, sorry. Locke, McFadden, and Boyd all suggest that Bain should do better.
Yeah, I agree.
I still think it's like he does well to palm it onto the bar. Is it just do
He
you think
does,
that
but
he
he
doesn't really get well, I say palm it, he like wrists it
kind of
onto the
hooks it up
bar.
and up onto the bar. I think he can hook that up and over the bar.
Right. Okay, I get you.
Ideally, personally, and then it's like right back in the danger area. Whereas you say Claudio Braga, the Portuguese is there to pounce. Like he
Yeah.
just, as you say, it was very similar to Paisley. Um, and yeah, I just absolutely adore him. Claudio Braga has kind of gone on this wee, not barren spell as such, but he was kind of needing a goal
Yeah.
pre Celtic. Now that's goals in back to back games. He's just a pest, isn't he? Like he would be a absolute ball ache to mark
Yeah.
because he doesn't give you a minute's rest. Um, and yes, Mr. Fast Start was indeed very happy. And yeah, then I could relax whilst watching it, and maybe that's then why I didn't watch it with quite as much intent as I should have done. Between that and wanting to be sociable, but yes, um, it was relief. I think that was a collective sigh of relief as soon as that went in.
Well, you say you should have been paying more attention. There wasn't really much to pay attention to because for the rest of the half, you could kind of just tell that the game had the intensity taken from it. In the 20th minute, Magnuson finds Mill, who plays it through to Braga. He cuts it back to Shankland, but his effort is far wide of the post. Is it where I said in the first minute he got over the top of it and kept it flat? He completely leant back in this one and just sent it flying.
And he can't quite wrap his foot round it
Yeah,
either, can he? It's yeah. Do you know it's funny because you spoke about Shankland in kind of the build up to the first goal. I don't think it was particularly his best performance.
no,
But I do think that it's kind of a pivotal one for the team because if you look back at last season, we were so dependent on Lauren Shankland. Whereas now we've got other options in our arsenal that we're not necessarily relying on him for goals.
Yeah.
Here it's down to Braga and obviously some brilliance in the second half. Last week it was Braga and McEntee. Like it's nice to have options and to kind of lessen the workload for him. I think he'll probably be disappointed with his own individual performance. Um, but ultimately, when he had these kind of similar games last season, it was more damning to the team because we would drop points because nobody would score in kind of his, not his absence because he's playing, but you know what I mean in terms of his absence of a contribution. Um, Whereas here he didn't need to be at his best because we've got enough to take care of Falkirk anyway. Um, but that being said, I think he could have had a couple, but it's fine. Like if you're gonna be misfiring, this is the game to
Yeah.
pick 100%. You wouldn't be surprised if he made amends with it at the weekend or at Easter
100%.
Road or you know what I mean? Like we can allow him a night off. Put it that
Yeah.
way.
Absolutely. The only other talking point from the first half was quite a big talking point, though, as in the 41st minute, Wilson
Oy,
for
oy, oy.
Falkirk goes clean through.
How quick is he,
Rounds.
by the way, Tyrell
I
Wilson?
can't believe it
He is
watching that back.
rapid.
It was like,
Oh my
I know the
God.
pitch is wet, so the ball goes faster, but I didn't realise it
I
meant
know
people go faster as
it
well.
came from bloody no, it came from virtually the centre circle. You're, oh my God, is anybody
Yeah,
fancy kind of latching onto him?
it's insane.
Rapid.
But he rounds Swallow and shoots, but Harry Milne has managed to track back and block it on the line, and it goes out for a corner.
Phenomenal defending.
Falkirk claim for a penalty. Every Celtic fan in Scotland claims for a penalty. However, it's not given. Now, the BBC I saw were very quick to get the justification from the VAR. I don't know why it's like the one and only time they were really quick to publicly say how on the live feed.
Very, very intriguing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
That adds
not
to the conspiracy.
saying absolutely nothing.
Basically, the reason it's not given as a penalty is because even if Milne's arm isn't there, he's blocking it with his
Strikes
body.
the body. Yeah.
So it's not in a weird way because people will look at it and go, well, obviously it is. It's not denial of a goal scoring opportunity because him being there is the denial. It doesn't matter what part of his hand it hits because it was going to go through his hand and hit his side and deflect out.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's just kind of refreshing your knowledge upon the laws of the game. Is Harry Milne's arm in an unnatural position? No, it's tucked into his side. Granted, it does come off the arm, and that is unfortunate because then this situation arises and people will go, oh, well, that is a penalty kick. But if you go off the laws of the game, it's not. And
Yeah.
and I didn't feel that we were in any real kind of jeopardy when I watched it because exactly that. For once, the replay was actually decent and quick, and that you
Yeah.
could see it quite clearly hit his arm. But as I say, it's tucked into his body, like you mentioned, McIver. So I don't think there was any kind of real hoo-ha about it. I think it's more just kind of desperation from
Aye.
from other fans.
From
If,
internet weirdos, as Bobby Madden said.
if I was a Falkirk fan, I'd be disappointed. But I think
Aye.
if the shoe was on the other foot, they'd be raging had we got a
Yeah.
pen and that had been, say, I don't know, Leon McCann on the line. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. I don't think it is. But it was nice to actually see Bobby Madden come out and be, pro Hearts for once after I slewed him the other week.
That is fair.
Knob.
That is very, very fair. That then brought the first half to a close. Not much happened, but we're comfy.
Comfy-ish, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that's fair.
maybe could have grabbed another, like I say, through that Shanklin chance,
I
but
realise it didn't really come up in the Hearts TV highlights because I think they just didn't want to say it. But Steinvender had a chance for a header as well, where his header went wide past the post.
I mean, it's not. He was really good, Mikey
Well,
Steinberg,
actually, I was
at the
going to say,
weekend.
can we mention him? Because
But
I missed it. So obviously, you
but
don't see the
but
actual like play.
his heading prowess isn't the greatest. Now, if he wants to repeat his Tynecastle goal against Rangers at the weekend, I'll take this back in an
Yeah.
instant. But he's not necessarily known for that. So that's just kind of one that we kind of just put firmly behind us. But I thought he was good again at right back.
I'm
Is
so
he a
glad
better
because
right
we
back
like
than he
him.
is a centre back?
We
We
like
do.
him
We've
as a
got
podcast.
a weird affiliation and kind of soft spot for Steinbender. Is
I just think
this
he was really good up until that Aberdeen game where folk went, "Oh well, he's the worst player ever,"
Aberdeen and Dundee United when he
where he
received one
just
of the
like
worst hospital
head.
passes from
Aye,
Adam Forrester I've ever seen.
yeah,
But yeah, I do agree. I don't necessarily think that centre half is his forte. However, if he is to fill in at right back and that therefore puts Oisin McEntee in the middle of the park in
yeah,
Benny Beningaby's absence,
absolutely.
I'm fine. That's fine. And look, we're not we shouldn't be at the kind of point where we're putting players into positions that aren't necessarily theirs. But ultimately, we're just kind of putting plasters on the starting 11 at the minute, which is fine because we're picking up results. But if the club could identify a right back, there's talk of the lad on loan from Newcastle, of course,
Harrison Ashby.
Harrison Ashby in the January window, then that's fine. But Steinvender's not a bad option there.
No.
Neither has Oisin McEntee been. I just think that we should be looking for a out and out right back.
And we like Borch as well.
Yeah, we
Borchkovic
do.
has looked solid every
Fine.
time he's played. It's just a very
Fine.
weird situation.
It's weird that he's like again. I've said to not meddle with a winning team, but like it's Steinvender's spot to lose because of
Yeah,
the last two games now. So
yeah,
that's just the way of it.
yeah, absolutely. The second half carried on the tradition of the first, where not much happened, to be honest.
Not a great deal.
57th minute, a short corner ends up at Kizzy, who crosses it in. Braga meets it with his head, but it's dramatically punched out for another corner by Scott Bain. I think at this point it was just like, let's do something to have a replay.
It was yeah, they like we kind of weathered the storm, they weathered the storm. The conditions really didn't help matters, I don't
Nah,
think, in terms of making this a spectacle. And not just because you couldn't really see through
you
the lens.
physically
It
couldn't
was
see it.
it just wasn't great. I did like Derek McInnes post-match saying that they played a part is very much it's Scottish football in December. I'm paraphrasing here. Get the 3 points and
Aye.
just get out of there. I can't I don't disagree whatsoever because it wasn't nice, it wasn't pretty, but we get the job done.
Because in the 77th minute, 3 minutes after coming on, Stephen Kingsley gets the ball to him about 25 yards out. And I like that once a season, roughly, Stephen Kingsley just remembers he can score rakers. And he hits it so flat, true. The speed and power in which he hits that ball is unbelievable. And makes it 2-0. He celebrates, which is quite an interesting part of this, considering he's in the
Oh,
Hall
this
of
is
Fame in
woke.
the tunnel.
No, this is woke nonsense. It's your former, like you gave them a good fee and sell on
Oh
at
yeah, I
Swansea
fully
and all
support.
this.
I wanted him to Addy
Yeah.
Bayor it. Just
I
fucking sprint.
2 year old boy up in the crowd. Like,
Yeah,
come, yeah.
that's my favourite thing ever when folk do that. I love it so much. But it's just a
Pure shit
ridiculous hit.
housery.
And
Oh,
I love that people are like, oh yeah, Stephen Kingsley's still good.
I love Stephen Pingsley. Sorry, Kingsley.
Right, you've now somehow ruined the goal. You've ruined the goal because we now have to put that as the title, and I hate it. I want to be sick. I'm not feeling very well as it begins with, and that might push me over the edge to actually make me sick.
um,
Fuck me,
what what
Stephen Pingsley. What a disgusting
what
individual
made me
you are.
sick was that I missed it live in the flesh because I went to the toilet in the boozer and then I just hear a collective roar. So I then had to race out going, please don't be Hibs fans
Going,
celebrating a
I've got this
Falkirk
class
equaliser.
pun, guys. Everybody listen.
I'm going, please do not be an equaliser. There's some like Hibs fans just delighted to see the beginning of the crumble like Tony from the terrace. But no, it was then when I saw the replay, I thought, oh my goodness gracious me, that'll do, donkey. Sign me up. Just a really wonderful footballer. Like
Yeah,
like it is mad when you consider he was signed on a free transfer in the
yeah.
championship. What was that, 5.5 years ago? 5 years ago?
October 2020.
Barking. What a servant to the football club. And still a more than capable, dependable player
Yeah.
that is a good, honest senior pro, no fuss, no fanfare, comes in, does his job, just a lovely, lovely footballer to watch. And now, obviously, we'll see him at the weekend, but it's yeah, like you've got no qualms really about him stepping up to the plate because he has done time and time again for us.
Absolutely. And that brought it to a close. So,
All that
2
you know,
0
thank God. Get out
3
of there.
points, 6 points clear now, with admittedly Celtic having 2 games in hand. But
All the way
getting the
from home,
points on
though.
the table is massive. And exactly, yeah, it's a tough result for anybody to go to Falkirk right now. And we got through it completely unscathed, even including Devlin and Kizaridis avoided booking so that they're still available for this weekend. A
We both
massive
fancied
result.
2-0, didn't we, as well?
Yeah,
Which was nice.
look at
Need to post
us.
that on the socials, but we basically called it.
We're excellent.
Um,
But there was one other bit of news that associated with the day. Because out of
yes.
literally nowhere,
Out of the St Johnstone blue, if you
yeah,
will.
we've signed Josh McPake. And it literally was like everybody was existing in life. And then like 4 o'clock on the Saturday happened. And then it was like, oh, we've signed Josh McPake, by the way. This has happened. And it was like, okay. So I said on Twitter, I was like, I have never watched the boy play in my life. Right? I've never seen him kick a ball. Ironically, the night before, I heard that he'd scored 2 in
That's
a
right.
big
St
comeback
Johnstone
win.
came back against Ayr, that's right.
But yeah, this season, 13 goals for 18 games. Gerrard gave him his debut at Rangers. He then did that thing that an old firm youngster does if they're not immediately ready to go into the first team. They just go on loan to hundreds of clubs. Didn't do too well. Was at Stirling Albion 2 seasons ago. Signed by,
Wild.
ironically, Craig Levine when he was St Johnstone
Is that
manager.
right?
Yeah,
Jesus.
given a 2 year deal. And from knowing a St Johnstone fan, asking him about him, this time last year, St Johnstone would have paid to have him off your hands. He was not doing well at all. But when the split happened and Valakari kind of just went, right, okay, we're down. Let's design a system for the championship and practice it for 5 games. And it put McPake as an actual out and out winger. He started to turn around. And then this season, he's been the best player in the championship. So I view him as cover for Alan Forrest, who is clearly, and by cover for Alan Forrest, I mean the Alan Forrest replacement, but cover for the squad. I'm fine with this. He also just seems to perform really well in Jamestown's data, which is the big thing.
I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised to see Alan Forrest offered to St Johnstone in January to possibly get him early.
I don't think there is any chance we'll get him early. I think I'll just mention him now. Chesnikov is arriving next week, just after Christmas, with hopes to be in training before Livingston. I think McPake with St Johnstone is a similar situation to Chesnikov with his team, where it's worth more to them to
in
keep
the title
him,
fight and whatever.
than losing him for a bit of money or another player.
That's fair. I mean, it did seem as though he was going to be kind of the next big thing at Rangers, and is just as you say, one of them that just goes out on loan and never really hits the heights and has to kind of rebuild his career from there, which is admirable. I mean, I think we've seen that even with Harry Milne, really, having gone from Cove to Partick Thistle and now the Jags to us. So if he's half as good as Harry Milne is, I know they're different positions, but in terms of kind of the same career trajectory, it should be a very shrewd signing. His song's absolutely fantastic as well, so there's also that.
I will say this now. I don't like the song because
Okay.
it doesn't rhyme and I don't like it. I just think it should be better. Like the first 2 lines, I'm expecting a rhyme with pass and it just doesn't come. And I'm like, okay.
He can pass, he can score. Yeah.
Having the time of his life. It's just like, okay, right, what? I know it's Dancing Queen.
Watch him play on a Saturday. I mean, it could be if we make the Champions League, if we make the Europa, it could be a Sunday that might have to get altered.
There you go.
But
see, that would be fine.
Yeah.
Dancing Queen is ABBA's worst song. So
I don't disagree.
I like ABBA generally, but Dancing Queen's the worst song. So I'll be honest, maybe I'm no happy with the signing if this is what we're going to be doing, if the songbook's getting updated. But don't worry, he can come to us and we've shown that we can make good chants for players, so it's fine. But I know everybody else likes it, so I can just, if he's class, I'll suck it up and start singing non-rhyming songs.
I mean, would you rather a non-rhyming song or just nothing at all?
It's a good question.
I mean, by that response, it's just nothing at all.
Yeah.
Given that you've given me nothing at all in response.
I think it is nothing at all. It winds me up
wow.
so much, that song. Everybody was like, it's class. And I was like, I've not heard it. Let's go. And I was so disappointed. But how are we going to get Chesnikov into a song?
Oof. There's a thought.
Because Chesnikov, obviously, we've spoken about him in passing and just kind of like, he's this ever-present cloud.
The scarf's not above the head, so what can you realistically
exactly.
do?
He's just always been there. But from
and
comments
if there's one club
made,
that would fuck it up,
yeah, exactly.
I know who that is.
From comments made by McInnes and other people in the media, Chesnikov seems like the type of player that McInnes is just like, yeah, once he comes in, he will be our right winger from now until the end of the season. So there's a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, no, very much so. I mean, he's kind of he's taken kind of the Shanklin mantle that I spoke about last season.
Yeah,
and we've basically chucked all our eggs in his basket and gone, please perform for us on the right hand side. Although I actually thought Kazarides was all right over on the right. Seems like he can do both. Could you have the two of them kind of changing over in game, or will Chesnikov initially start on the right and perhaps perform better on the left, and Kazarides initially start on the left and perhaps perform better on the right? I don't know, but that'll be wonderful to see that from the winter window onwards. Yeah, Alan Forrest deals up come the end of the season anyway, isn't it? So even if we don't necessarily offer him to St Johnstone, could we then, I don't know, just cut ties because we've got Chesnikov coming in for the duration and wait on McPake in the summer?
I don't think we'll cut ties purely just because if injuries happen. It's like he'll stay.
Alan Forrest will still be good. You've got Kajota there. You've got whoever else.
I know.
Like, could Kajota be ready by that stage? I don't know what's going to happen to
Kajota, man. I don't know what's going on. But I was glad that he got time at the very least against Falkirk. He actually got minutes.
That's nice. Into the bank, I suppose.
Will he get minutes this weekend? Because
no, but great segue.
No, yeah, he won't. Well, he might if we're 4-0 up and have a laugh. Let's just chuck on wee Saba and see what he can do.
Puts a ball in for Steinbender at the back stick.
Exactly.
There you go.
Rangers travel to Tynecastle.
Oh.
And unbeaten Rangers in their last 11 games. And Danny Rolls 8 games in the Scottish Premiership unbeaten. What do you think is going to happen? Because I saw a Rangers account share the results from his opening 8 games, and I hadn't realised this. Obviously, 8 games unbeaten is fantastic, and he's clearly working with the shit that he has. I didn't realise he'd only played one top 6 side in that run, and that side was Hibs, who they've just beaten easily.
Never mind, I didn't know what you were going to say. I had this kind of wild and wacky theory prior to Monday night, of course, that Rangers players actually perform better away from Ibrox because there's less pressure.
Interesting.
And I kind of think that playing at Tynecastle suits them at the weekend. I'm not necessarily sure that some of those shirts can handle playing in front of 50,000 each and every other week. Instead, they'd much rather, in this case, 20 or...
What about a rabid 20,000 though? It's not going to be rabid, is it? It's going to be tepid at best.
I bloody hope it is. If we get behind the team from the get-go and play to our best, then there's absolutely no reason why we can't beat Rangers. It's just kind of putting that into practice and making it happen. I really don't know what to expect because I think Danny Rowe is squeezing every single nutrient that he possibly can out of this Rangers team because I don't think it's a particularly talented squad of players. I think they've got a couple match winners. I really hope that Bojan Miovski is missing because he's now in the goals and seems to be kind of firing on all cylinders eventually. You could say the same about Mikey Moore, who had a stuttering start but now appears to have found his feet and is probably their best kind of attacking threat.
Dujon Sterling's back as well, eh?
Dujon Sterling's back and is a player I admire because he can cover a whole host of positions. I think he's a really underrated player. both in that Rangers team and just generally in Scottish football. I think he's a real kind of master of all trades. So yeah, I'm a wee bit concerned, if I'm honest. The only hope is that those two centre halves, Fernandez and Giga, just do not fancy it, because I think we've got enough quality in the final third to kind of take care of them. John Suter and Derek Cornelius aren't back, as far as I'm concerned. Are they? Is
I
that
don't think so. I don't
no?
think so.
So then you've got absolutely no reason to get at both Fernandez and Giga. Um, and Max Aarons is inconsistent at best. In saying it, it's not a good Rangers team.
Nah,
There's nothing really to fear. It's more kind of just a record against Rangers.
Yeah, we know this shit Rangers team last season. We were like the only team that didn't do anything against them.
Exactly. That's kind of a worry. But we have already taken care of them at Ibrox. Yes, they were under a new manager. And how mental and just crazy would it be to do both Celtic and Rangers home and away in the league? I think I saw somebody say that it was the first time since 1959-60 or
It's
something
something like that.
which is the season that ended the way it ended. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, in theory, we should have nothing to worry about. But that's easier said than done.
It's still us.
It's still us. I think play our best, win the game, and that would be a massive, massive 3 points.
What is your score prediction?
I will say that Hearts will win 2-1.
I hope you're right. I'm going to Desmond. I think 2 each.
2 each.
Desmond 2 each.
Desmond 2 each. Never mind Desmond 2-2. Desmond 2 each.
I think there's goals in it, so watch it be 0-0 in the worst game of football you've ever seen. As predicted, I think I literally did this prediction against Motherwell, and we did draw 0-0 after it. But
great.
I think, and you're right. There should be, on the basis of this season, we should win this game. But there is that part of me that just thinks it's us versus Rangers. We're always shit against them, unless it's Steven Gerrard in the dugout.
Is there more pressure on us than there is Rangers heading into this game, do you think?
No, I don't think so, because I think
there might be. And I don't think that's necessarily our fault. I just think that's kind of a creation of the media and people's perception and kind of not the rest of the league willing us on, but people that want to see somebody that isn't an old firm team go on and win the league. It just, like, people want us to be the story, and we are not, as a club, used to kind of tempering that expectation. But I don't know. I just feel as though there's more pressure on Hearts than there is Rangers to win this game.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you said the opposite. I thought you said there's more pressure on Rangers. No, yeah, I fully agree there's more pressure on us, especially because a lot of people are saying if Hearts can win their next 2 games, it genuinely is a title race. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely it's more, because they're just coming off the back of they're steadying the ship that has been shit. And I do think
there is an element of their fans that will say that they were never out of the title race, but there is an element that there's no way that this squad can win a league. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel they're really split down the middle, whereas here we're all just kind of universally like, oh my god, this is brilliant. We're winning games. This is class. Like this is class. We're just taking care of opponents week by week. It'd be brilliant if we can walk away with all 3 points at the weekend. So
I very much hope.
Why the hell not, McIver?
Yep, exactly.
Why not? If not when, then.
If not now, then when? Yeah, it's a bad start, man. No. We can't even get the sayings right.
Do you know what I was thinking about? I'm pretty sure I said that heading into the Ibrox game.
I think you did. But last time you got it right. This time we've got it wrong, so it's all fucked up.
Yeah. It'll be a Desmond 2 each.
Yep, exactly. So, we, as ever, will end with the end is near quiz. You've got 2 normal questions, a true or false, a multiple choice, a standard quiz this week, and the Who Am I. So, some of these are gimmies, some of these are Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Who was the last Hearts goal scorer against Rangers?
Lauren Shackland.
He's 1 for 1. It's the gimme of the quiz.
Why? What?
I'm just trying to get in your head and make you think about everything.
Okay.
Right. True or false? Claudio Braga is the league's away top goal scorer.
Because I see he's tied top scorer, but you mean tied? Sorry, the leading goal scorer away from home.
Yes.
Yeah. Watch this be just what it. I fucking hate when you ask these very specific questions because it is like a quadruple bluff.
Yep.
Never mind the double or treble. I'm just going to say that it's true. Even
He's
though
2 for 2. It is
yes, come
true.
on.
Of his 8 league goals, 5
Five?
have been
Yeah.
scored away from home.
Because I was trying to go back because you've obviously got the two Motherwell at home. And then I'm trying to think who was the other one against at home. Oh my god, that's
Falkirk?
terrible. Was it? No, that was Kizaridis, Shankland, and Halkett.
Oh, yeah.
Who's his
I
other
can't
goal
even
against
mind.
at home? I'm gonna search that. Sorry, don't care.
Maybe it's 6. Maybe he's just absolutely flying away because Maswanise is also second with 4. So
Interesting.
I genuinely can't mind who it would have been. I'm trying to even think of the games that we've had at home. Did he? He didn't score. He won the penalty against Celtic. He didn't score against Hibs. Dundee.
No, he came off the bench.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Shit.
Shanklin, Kabori, Brace, Magnuson. I think it might be 6, But anyway, doesn't matter.
It might be. Not sure. Anyway, question number 3. How many points better off after 17 games
Oh,
are we
Jesus.
this season compared to last?
There was me mouthing off about the difference a year makes as well.
If you
Fucking
need
hell.
it, I've got options.
Can I check what we're on?
No, because you've had an easy ride of this quiz so far.
Right, wait, hold on. So we've lost 1 to Aberdeen. Wait. Hold on a minute. We've lost 1. We have drawn against Dundee United, Killie. Oh, Jesus. Dundee
I
United.
just want our listeners to know that
St
Adam
Mirren.
Kennedy sent me the table of last season,
Motherwell.
which is why this question is a thing.
St Mirren, Motherwell, Dundee United, Killie, and there's another draw in there, which is... Fucking hell. Not coming to me.
So is there another draw?
I thought there was 5. Because I'm pretty sure it's 11-5-1. Oh my god, who's the other draw against? Sorry, team, but I realise I'm eating into time here, but it's maybe for the best. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna do all this mental maths and then get fucking wrong. Who's the other draw against? Dundee United, Killie, Motherwell, St Mirren, and fuck. Oh my god.
I didn't expect this to be the one that was so hard.
I am really. No, you're on 38 points. It's 11-5-1.
Right?
Who's
If you
the
say so.
fucking draw against? Don't do this.
Right,
Oh my
you
god.
believe.
It's Motherwell twice because we drew at home and drew away. You fucking idiot. Motherwell twice. Killie. Dundee United.
It's like the one bit
And
of the
St
question that
Mirren.
isn't
Yes,
hard
right.
to just
Okay.
know this
Right. So we're
season's
38
results.
points this year. Or this season so far. I have absolutely no idea what on earth we were this
You
time
said
last year.
me!
I know, but I wasn't paying attention. I want to say it was 13, so I'm going to ask for the multiple choices in the hope that 25 comes up as the difference, but I don't know.
13,
Oh.
15, 19, 25.
It has come up. Have you just fucking thrown that in there just to put me off? Because the other numbers were kind of close. Oh, Jesus. Right. Hold. Oh, 38. Were we on Oh, no. Were we on 13 this time last year? I can't remember. Let's just say. Oh. Because we'd have beaten St Mirren and St Johnstone. No. Yeah. That's two, that's six. Oh my God. Have we got seven other random draws? Oh, bollocks, I don't know. Let's go with 25 because I'm pretty sure it's a 38 to 13 difference. If I've wasted all this time and I've got that, eventually realised that we've drawn with Motherwell twice to then get this question wrong, I'm going to be fucking furious.
This
Sorry
season,
for the French. Oh no, we're on 38 points. Just say it.
Heart Midlothian. I've played 17,
111.
won 11,
Yeah, drawn 5, lost 1.
drawn
Right, come
5,
on.
lost 1. We're on
Oh
38
no.
points.
Right, wait, no. Oh no.
This time last season, Heart Midlothian, with a -8 goal difference compared to their current plus 21, we're on 13 points. So there is a
Yes!
25-point difference.
Oh,
Fuck me. I did not
Jesus
expect that to be that
wept.
hard.
I'd hate myself.
He's on for his first ever 5 out of 5.
Don't fucking put this pressure on
So
me.
as a result, question number 4.
Oh no.
If we win on Sunday, how many points clear will Hearts be of Rangers?
Oh no! No, I thought it was going to be the 59-61. Oh no, because you went, oh, it might be. It's something like that. I thought, oh, brilliant. That must be one of the quiz questions.
No, I just didn't
Oh,
fucking ken it.
shit. If we win,
If we win,
we will be 12 points because they're 9 behind, but with a game in hand, which could take it to 6. Yeah, so it must be 12, no?
if we win at the weekend,
Oh no. I don't like the face you've just pulled.
Hearts will be
12 points
on
clear. Cool. Say it.
41 points.
Oh shit.
As a result,
Rangers on 29. Come on, just say it.
Rangers
Come on.
will be on 29 points.
Yes! Come on!
And as a result, will be 12 points clear.
Come on, please! Watch. This will be some fucking random that's played one game for us. Oh no.
Right. Are you
Come
ready?
on! Come on,
For the
Adam,
most
walk in.
important Who Am I in the
Oh my
history?
god, I'm putting my feet
this
back and everything.
podcast.
I can't take this. I cannot take this.
Are
Come
you
on.
ready?
Oh, I'm gonna get this wrong. Come
There's
on!
the confidence. I scored in a dominant Hearts win against Falkirk. According to Google, despite being 46 years of age, I am still playing football. I scored one of the most important goals in Daniel and Adam's life as a Hearts fan. I have played in Scotland, Czechia, Iceland, and Belgium. Who am I?
Oh, yoy. Right. Let's everybody just calm down.
Everybody, take a deep breath.
This is like the brag opener at the weekend. Just everybody relax. Right. Okay. So he's 46 years of age. So
Yes.
pin that back. So he was born in 1979. Yes.
How the
Yes.
fuck have you done that maths quicker than you did how many draws have we had?
Silence. While I'm working. Oh my god. I should. It's maybe because I don't look at the table. I should just get up and look at it every morning. It gives me motivation for the day. Right. 46 he currently is. So 79. But one of the most important goals in Adam and Daniel's lives. So this must be like early 2000s. I'm gonna guess. If I had to guess.
You do have to guess. That's the name of this game.
Yeah, thanks, mate. If I had to, you know,
Make
predict
an
as to when,
assertion.
yeah, thank you. Make an assertion or an assumption, whatever you'd rather. Um, oh my God, one of the most important goals. What is that to go off? It could be anything. Not really. It could be a goal to keep us up. It could be a goal to win a trophy. It could be, I don't know. Oh God. What were the nations that you said he played in? Scotland, Czechia, Belgium, and
And
who?
Iceland.
Iceland. Oh, right. Think about this carefully. I feel like the nationality would help because oh, Czechia's a very random place to end up playing unless you are Czech, surely. I mean, not really, but like for somebody like, oh my God, why am I overthinking this? did this right? Think. Did this career start in Scotland? That's what I'm trying to ascertain. By the way that you ordered it, it seems like it does, but you might just be smuggling stuff around for banter. Um. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I realise this isn't a great watch stroke listen, but
No, this
I'm
is
I'm, I'm locked. I'm locked
there's
in
never
here.
been nerves like
The
this on the
tension is
podcast.
palpable.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
plums are pumping. Let's just put it.
He's still got his two questions and everything.
I know, but I'm trying to think as to what would be clever ones to ask. I do quite fancy the nationality question, but I just worry that it's something dead obscure and therefore I can't. Don't fucking raise your eyebrow at me like that. I can't then work out from there. I am gonna do that. What nationality was this man, McIver?
This man was and still is Czech.
So he is Czech. Okay. Right. Oh Jesus God. Right. I,
You've never been
honestly,
this worried about anything.
I'm sweating you. Because immediately checks, I'm thinking somebody like a Mikey Pospisil because we
Okay.
can't we can't have done him. I don't think. Oh, because Bednar's been done. I can remember giving you Bednar. It's obviously not going to be Rudy, and again, Rudy would have played in France and wherever else. Oh my God, man! Like, oh, have we done Mikey Pospisil? We haven't, have we?
I'm
Why
not
am I
telling you.
hot? Oh my God. Oh, one of the most important goals in what? Our lives.
Our lives.
Check. Hmm. Can I ask, did this man win a trophy whilst he was at Hearts?
This man did win a trophy when he was at Hearts.
Please. Because I can't think of any other Czech players. Please, for the love of God, be Mikey Pospisil. I no, no.
Is that your
Think,
final
no,
answer?
think rationally here. What would he have been? 79 to 2006 would have made him about 27. That's yeah. That must be about right. But then I'm trying to think of the important goal. Did you say in a win over Rangers?
No, I just said he scored one of the most important goals in our lifetimes.
Oh my God. I'm so nervous. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm going for it. I'm going for Mikey Pospisil. Please, please, Mikey, do it for me.
So
Mikhail Pospisil, say it. Just say it,
we are
please.
219 episodes into this podcast. Ahead of this quiz, I did some research, and it
Oh no.
turns out that Daniel McIver has gone 5 for 5 14 times in this quiz, which I think needs a wee bit of recognition.
It might just be down to the quizmaster, but sure.
Has
Come on.
Adam Kennedy
Oh
finally
no. Oh no.
broken his duck
No, please.
and got his first ever 5 for 5? The answer to the Who Am I is Mikael Pospisil.
Yay!
He's done it!
Come on!
He's
Yes!
finally
Yes!
done it.
Oh, that could be the best moment of my life.
Fuck
Please.
beating Rangers this weekend. The real winners.
Yes!
That's the real quiz, literally.
I don't think... Have we beaten Rangers at Tynecastle since this podcast started? Yes,
Nope.
we would have done.
Nope. When? We
Was it
drew
not?
with them. Tagawa, 3-all. We weren't doing the
Oh no,
podcast.
because it was COVID. It was the
Yep.
COVID season, wasn't it? That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
The last time we did.
So there you go. There's
Listen.
the first time for everything. Come on, that could be the sign that we need. Oh my god, I genuinely can't explain how relieved I am. That honestly, that is a monkey off my back.
Yeah.
I will tell you that.
And
much.
this is it now. It'll start happening. That's what happened to me. I got my first one now. You're
dear
only 13
God.
behind. You can do this. So yeah, to explain the clues, I scored in a dominant win. We won 5-0. Pospisil scored in the second half. According to Google and Wikipedia,
what was
he's
that
still
dominant
playing.
win? Sorry.
We won 5-0 against Falkirk in 2006.
It's Falkirk. Yeah, don't remember it. Sorry.
Yeah, according to Google, he's still playing at an amateur level.
What a man.
At 46. I don't know if it's true, but Google says it is. I scored one of the most important goals. What was it?
Must be in that Scottish Cup run. Was it Partick Thistle? No. Quarterfinal.
He is one of the 4 men to score the penalties.
Oh my fucking god! Of course, in the shootout.
Yep.
Jesus.
The-
I mean that technically is not like it is, but
Yeah, that's why I wanted to
That's
try
why you
and
worded
make
it
it
that way.
slightly
Yeah.
hard, because otherwise I thought it was quite obvious.
yeah, I was thinking like a previous round. That's honestly what
Yeah.
I was trying to
Yeah.
work it back because I'm thinking he didn't score against Gretna.
It's
in the
why
final.
I kind of wanted to
He
make you
didn't in the
think
semi.
about
Oh my god!
Bednar
Yeah, that was
and
horrible.
that goal against Rangers at Tynecastle.
Good
It's like
times.
that. I was like, but then I knew you'd know he played for West Brom, so therefore it's like, the
Oh,
country's kind of
man.
inaccurate and all that. And then yeah,
Jesus.
he's played in Scotland, Czechia, Iceland, and Belgium. Well done.
So does he play at an amateur level in Czechia now?
Apparently it's in Iceland. Apparently it's
wow.
UMF Gridnavik.
What? Who did he play for after us?
So his career, he started off his youth career at Dukla Prague and then Sparta. Then he made his
Sparta.
debut for
My guys.
Sparta Prague. He went on loan to Chmel Blesny, who are also a Czech team. Then Victoria Zizkov. Then he had a year where he actually played in the Sparta Prague team. Then he spent 2 years at Slovan Liberec.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We signed him.
From Slovan Liberec.
Yep, in 2005. Then he went to Belgium at K Sint Trudenaise VV brackets 373. Their nickname is the Canaries. They're the Norwich of Belgium. Basically, that's who we sent him to.
Norwich have got a Belgian in charge, Philippe Clement. What do you know? We've gone full circle. A former Rangers manager. This is it, gang.
Wild.
Lock yourselves in.
Then he went back to Victoria Sizkov. He spent a year at FK Bohemians Praha.
The Bohemians are also another Prague team, that's right.
In Prague. And then he's apparently just been at UMF Grindavik.
For 20 years.
I don't think it's true that he's been there for a decade, but...
That's madness.
So yeah.
Oh, man.
Well done. It was going to happen one day, and if there was a time to give a good omen, it's now.
I'm just relieved. I'm not even happy. It's a genuine relief.
Yeah. Well, you deserve it. And Let
Come
us know
on.
how many times you've got 5 out of 5, or if that was also your
Every
first
week.
ever time. Exactly. Hey, by the comments we get, that's apparently the case, and it's a load of bollocks. Just can I say, coincidentally, when you're sat in front of Google, you can just get
I'm the
everything.
only numpty that's never answered 5 out of 5
Exactly.
till tonight.
That
Come
might be
on.
true,
Yes.
but it's finally happened. Well, if you have enjoyed it, please let us know on your podcast platform of choice. It massively, massively helps us out. If you've been watching Adam just be so overjoyed with celebration and sweat in the build-up on YouTube, please have a like, comment, and subscribe. Perth to Paisley on all the socials. perthtopaisley@gmail.com if you want to fire us over an email. Adam, where can they get you on all the socials?
You could find me sharing Hearts 4-2 penalty shootout win over Gretna in the 2006 Scottish Cup final at Kendo's Call.
We'll be back for probably our last episode of the year. Maybe derby result, potentially, depending, because we might just have to get a wee one in. But until then, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Come on, the Hearts!